Vibes Radio is fostering women-centered discourse.
Good morning, Dominica. Good morning, the rest of the world.
Offering women a platform to be candid.
All of your life, you've been planning for a pandemic.
Share ideas and information relevant to our wholesome development.
My main concern was always for the people.
Join Jael Joseph and Trudy Christian on Woman2Woman every Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. as we discuss live and in living color on Digicel Channel 57, Facebook, and of course, the champion station, Vibes Radio.
Morning, Trudy.
Morning. How you doing?
Bye, good.
So this morning you're not. This morning you're good. That's good. It's not muela.
I'm still muela, but I went to bed at 2:30, but the business already. It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't like 5 o'clock like the day before. Yeah. So
that's progress. That's progress.
Keep progress.
A little progress, a little 2.5 hours extra. Good morning to our listeners who are already on. Good morning to our listeners on Vibes Radio, our social media listeners. We see you all already logging on. Our listeners on Digicel, Channel 57. Will, good morning. Al, good morning. Rosalind, good morning. Our FFFs.
Our triplets.
Yes, our full Facebook followers. Good morning to you guys.
Good morning to all of our listeners, guys. Hope you guys had an awesome weekend.
Yeah.
You're ready for a new week. It's July the 13th already. Like we just said, July started and it's already half of the month. It's July 13th. And if you're celebrating your birthday, we want to wish you guys a happy birthday. Today is your special day. If you have somebody celebrating their birthday and you want us to shout them out, you can always drop us a line on the Woman2Woman page or on our social media, and we will be sure to share the love with your
and big you up.
Yeah, man, and big you up in the morning time. Judy, how was your weekend?
My weekend was good, actually. It was kind of quiet, but kind of not quiet. So on Friday, I had a birthday party I went to. And Jael, imagine, I had to give myself how much pep talk, to leave my house at night, Friday night. It's been that long. So I had a birthday party, and then on Saturday, I did a spa day. So yeah, it was a cool weekend.
You did a spa day?
So it's so spice for you alone then. So after you had your study and you come and tell me all about it, you think I had to get left behind? No.
She don't get left behind. Happy birthday to Sophia Barry, celebrating her birthday. Good morning to you, Denise. Coming from your dear friend, Denise Ogis. So happy birthday to Sophia Barry. My weekend was good as well. Was on Saturday night. Yeah. Did you get a chance to check it out?
Yes, and I shared the live. I was doing my spa thing at the time, but I did check it out. I got to see.
Your spotting was late.
My appointment was at 4, and then it kind of drifted beyond 6.
Okay.
Which yeah, so I ended up leaving like minutes to 7. But yeah, I caught a few people. I caught Jade, I believe. Risha was on painting.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw Risha painting. So I caught a few people. Tammy, I caught Tammy.
You saw the start and then you caught the end.
Yeah.
All the way at the end.
Yes, so that's what happened to me. And I made sure I shared the live. I said, boy, I didn't hear Jael say share the live, you know, but I know Jael would have said it. I maybe missed it. So I shared the live. And then
I'm gonna have a whole show on sharing.
about sharing the live.
Like an entire show. Like I'm serious, eh? Like I'm seriously having an entire show about what I learned over the weekend, that people really don't understand why they don't understand it. A lot of people were in my inbox asking me questions. I don't know if you saw my comment.
Yes, I saw, and I saw you explaining. Yeah,
I tried to explain, but even with that explanation, people still were not understanding it.
Oh.
So that's another
topic.
another topic on its own. Right. But a really good show, and it was really long. So we're thinking of how we can actually cut it down, shorten it, because it was really long for me. Although the feedback was a lot of positive feedback from a lot of folks who tuned in from start to end. Like, people were in my inbox, like, as soon as the show was done, they were like, oh my God, we didn't expect it to be that good. Oh my God, you know, like, so I was like, well, you didn't expect it to be that good. Like, hello, it's me. I listened to Koshani. Like, I didn't expect it to be good. Right? Oh, Jewel said she enjoyed it. Thank you very much, Jewel. Thank you very much. But I want to thank, those artists, that really came out and showcased their stuff, putting themselves out there, so that folks could see them. And thanks to all of you who supported them. And those of you who didn't support them, those of you who were salty, well, too bad, so sad. Goodbye. Like, don't be salty on people like
y'all needed to see the cut eyes. So once again, if you're listening on my radio, link us up on Facebook so you can see it.
You can slow motion the cut eyes. Don't be salty. Don't be salty, y'all. Don't be salty. Like, serious.
Jael, we have some of our listeners telling us hi. Let me just acknowledge them. Rosita, Allison, Viviana, Michelle. These are our constant listeners. Good morning to you guys. And Joel, good morning to you. Jael, after our show.
Susie said it was great stuff from DA. Big up to Stephen. Oh, yes, my friend Stephen for stopping by. Bianca on. Yeah, so Stephen, like, let me tell you, I don't know if Stephen was so impressed. Stephen's already like yesterday when I spoke to him, he was in studio already. Like, I'm just like, dude, like give us like a day. Give us like hours to breathe now. but it was a good show. It was a really good show, and I'm happy that it turned out almost as close to what I wanted it to be. So I'm grateful to all of the Sally, good morning. Thanks, Sally, guys. Thank you very much, guys. Dominica is so blessed with all of these talented people. Whoa. So people are commenting on. If you missed it, you can always catch it. It's on my page, and it comes not this Sunday, but the following Saturday. It will be back next week Saturday. Jael, stick to him like Tata. She said, "Let me stick to him." If he wants to come back, he's more than welcome. He wants to come back. So. But sometimes schedules kind of clash. So hopefully we can get him back. And if not, we'll have somebody else. I know people, I know some people. People that underestimate me. They say I'm a little short girl and I probably don't know nobody, I know quite a few people.
You know people who know people.
I don't need to do all of that knowing. I just know people. I just know people.
Jill,
Yes.
I'm telling you, our show on Friday, we had some feedback. Remember on Friday, we had some men's opinions, incorporated into our show. And we got some feedback on that. One man, and I'm not calling his name, he was one of those who gave his feedback. He said that we didn't win the debate. We didn't win the debate. At the end, he said that our rebuttal was weak. And he feels like the men won this debate. Jill,
You know what? There was no debate. Okay? There was a D, and we just gave them a little bait. We honestly didn't have time to discuss all of, because those men, I mean, when you ask those men what they don't like about women, those men came out with like guns blazing, like you say, power pulu, and then like tan nudi, nuvle staff, stack it out your make out you only come on seka, blow. I think about those men. Like we didn't get a chance.
Right. So I said to him, time wasn't on our side. It's not that we couldn't refute all the points. We just had the time to maybe hit one or two. But don't worry, we will be back.
We will take that whole topic, that one about the women.
Right.
And the one, I think we need to have a menstrual cycle show. Because I don't think men understand anything about menstrual cycle.
No.
And so we need to have like just one show just for that, because the messages I was getting, yes, Jael, is true. Or you have to be miserable when only on our time of the month. I was like, but wait, we coming Woman2Woman. Don't worry. We have to bottle you. Morning, Judy. We gotta take a short break, right?
Yes.
We have guests coming on today. We have the ladies of Innovate My World coming on today, and they're going to be talking to us a little bit about their initiative. So they're waiting, standing by, and we want to take a short 2-minute break.
Yes.
And when we come back, we're going to be chatting with the ladies live and in living color right here on
Woman2Woman. Make sure you share that live on the break. I already did it. Follow my example, guys. Let's go. Share that live. Right? Please. Share it live. Please.
Should you understand the importance of it? I'm sure you didn't before.
I don't know.
We're coming back, guys, right after this.
Right.
Do you have a question for us on Woman2Woman? Send in your questions on 767-245-0514 or email us at w2w.vibesradio@gmail.com. Tune in Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. to the Champion Station with Jael Joseph and Trudy Christian, only on Vibes Radio.
Didn't you know the only place to go, Vibes Radio? Silk, say so.
It's always a great deal at LA Jubilee Hardware Store. A wide variety of wood and metal curtain rods at amazing prices. So many patterns for your home and business decor needs. We have roofing, concrete, and wood screws of all lengths, nails by pound and bulk, hand and power tools, paint and paint accessories, all types of silicones, door locks, and hinges, shop or decorative mirrors and housewares, cutlasses and garden tools, ladders, wheelbarrows, kitchenware, pots and pans, and kitchen appliances, durable ironing boards, clothes dryers, toilets, face basins, kitchen sinks, bathroom faucets, and so much more hardware items. At LA Jubilee Hardware Store, you get special discounts when you spend over $29. What are you waiting for? Come home to quality at LA Jubilee Hardware.
Huggies Active Sec disposable diapers provides the best absorption results. Its Velcro Dura technology provides a long-lasting fit for up to 12 hours of absorption and are available in sizes small to XXL at an affordable price. Huggies Active Sec, aiding your baby to explore the world. Available at all supermarkets and shops island-wide and distributed by Springfield Trading Limited.
We wake you up to take you up, so stay up like a champion.
Right now it's woman time. Hey, it's your girl Tasha P, and you're listening to Woman2Woman.
On your radio, we're back on your TV, and we're back. You hear me, Trudy?
Yes, I'm there. I'm hearing you.
I wasn't hearing you. Okay. So we're back on your TV. I was struggling to share the live. I don't know. Yeah, but it's shared. The live is shared, and I hope you guys have heard it as well.
All right, because I want me already. All right.
She don't want me. She don't want. She want me. We're gonna join. So Trudy, we've been following these two women who created this platform or this program centered around young people.
Right.
And we wanted to give them an opportunity to come on and share with us about their initiative, right?
Right.
From Dominica, right? So the Dominica to the bone. Okay. So make sure you support and show some love. So I'm gonna welcome them on. So we're gonna bring them on right now. As we speak, we're getting ready for Hyat Pacquette and Grace
Bruney.
So make some love and say hello. Hi guys.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are you guys doing?
Good. Yeah, very well. Happy to be here on your show. Thank you for having us.
It's good to have you guys. It's really good to have you guys. You're looking lovely.
Thank you. And so do you guys, looking bright and sunny on a Monday morning.
We have to try.
We try. Trust me, we try. Girl.
The other Monday, you have to try something.
Especially after sleeping at 2:30, going to bed at 2:30.
Right, Jael?
That's a regular thing. I just need 4 hours. I just usually need 4 hours and I'm good to go. But yeah, somebody tell me, because after a while my eye starts getting itchy because I'm like, oh God, like I want to sleep. Glasses help, so I put it on. I put my glasses on now, Judy. Okay, my thing on.
Ladies, tell us, for the listeners who maybe have not heard about your initiative, Innovate My World, we want to know, first of all, who you ladies are. You all are both directors of the initiative, but we want a little background. Who are you all really, and how did you, come into orchestrating this initiative? So let's know.
We can go. I don't know who
wants to go first.
Jimmy
All right. So Hyat and I both went to Convent High School, right? And about 3 years ago was our 20th anniversary. So, Dominicans were like, okay, 20th anniversary, we're going to have a big fete. We're going home. We're going to plan all this stuff. And then Hurricane Maria hit. And then we're like, we cannot possibly go home and have a party. First of all, where we're going to have the party after Hurricane Maria, right? So we started to think about how can we help Dominica as the class of 1998? How can we help Dominica? What can we do? At that point, there were all these nonprofits sending money home, all these materials going home. And we figured, what can we do to help people who are receiving these funds to help build the country, right? And we started brainstorming, and we realized that if we teach youth in Dominica how to be innovative while they solve problems, so using all the resources they have, using natural resources, if we teach them tools to be innovative leaders, then that can actually move the country forward. So in addition to all the funding and all that stuff that's needed, that's always needed, right? But then having innovative tools like coding, agriculture, performing arts, having all these tools that can help them to create a business, to have sustainable living, to really lead the country forward, we figured that would be the best thing that we can offer to the country. So
and initially we had started with innovative girls because we thought we wanted to focus on girls. And after our first year, we got a lot of feedback that how about our boys? Our boys need to be involved in this too, which we did not know living in the US. And so we changed it to Innovate My World to target all Dominican youth.
I think because y'all have the convent mentality.
And that too.
Don't figure we from convent. We're gonna only girls. I've been subject to that kind of hurt, you know, with the people.
Yeah. No, but the thing is too, so a lot of our program initially and still now was focused on technology skills, right? So we had a robotics program and all of that. And in the US, girls are at a disadvantage. So in the US, most the percentage of girls in that field is drastically decreasing, and it's going down every year. But apparently in Dominica, it's the opposite problem. So, and we didn't know that until we had our first session. So then 3 years ago, we started the first session, then we started to include boys, and that's where we are right now.
Well, you are on Woman2Woman, and this is the only show in Dominica that is like we sexist culturally, like we literally.
But, you know, in Dominica, it's interesting the what you just mentioned about the opposite being true in Dominica. I believe it's not just for certain fields; it's just male educational objectives or achievement is just not as strong as females, and that's why you got that feedback, you know, to include the boys. So it's not even just in the technology related fields, or it's just in general, like you have a higher rate of male dropouts, you have. So yeah, I guess it was necessary for the boys to come on stream.
That's what we found out. But you know, there are a lot of strong women in Dominica. What would be better than that? Having strong men to support us, right?
We need that.
Exactly. It takes two to tango, right?
Yeah. We're talking about things that I am so like I'm like strong man.
Oh damn.
It's a whole other conversation. That's a whole other conversation.
I'm like, strong man, boy. What is this there for me now? It's a really good initiative that you guys have started off. What kind of like got you guys thinking, okay, this is what we're gonna do this and we're gonna start this now? Like what actually put everything in motion?
I think both of us are just goal-oriented people. I don't want to say we are the only ones doing this, right? So our first year, we had a lot of people of the class of 98 help us to do it. But we're pretty much goal-oriented drivers, which is annoying to most people who work with us. So if we say we're going to do something, we're pretty much going to do it. We'll take out the roadblocks and get it done. So as long as we decided that this is what we were going to do and we thought it was the best thing for Dominica, we're pretty much going forward. We also have children in that age group that really motivated us to even do more, because what we realize is that our children are also benefiting from what we're doing, and they're helping us and they can learn from it too. So I guess that's the driver.
At the end of our first year, we had volunteers from Dominica State College. Our first year, we had Dominica State College volunteers come, and at the end of that year, one of them became a teacher, and he said to me, I would like the materials to run a robotics program in Dominica. And I thought, that's amazing. This is what we want. We want to start something and then create an environment where people can continue even after we leave for the summer. So that's a big driver.
So essentially, it's the summer. The time frame for your program is summer, right?
Yes.
Okay. And this summer, are you focusing on anything different than you've done in previous years in terms of the subject areas, or are you focusing on the same subject areas that you mentioned before?
Hi, do you want to go ahead?
Yeah, so in the past we initially thought that maybe we should talk more about the pandemic since it is relevant to now. But what we realized was there's a lot of conversation about COVID-19, and we didn't want to give any more focus to COVID-19. Let's in terms of the virus itself. However, we did want to incorporate agriculture because I know in Dominica there's a huge push for seeds and planting. So we wanted to definitely include that, but also have the students see if I want to be in agriculture, I don't just want to grow plants. I don't want to just grow food. There's a lot of options for being in agriculture in Dominica. What are the other things I could do? I could be a driver. I could create an app. There are so many things that I could do with agriculture to help my country that's not just planting food. So that's going to be our spin on the topics. How can we have a business where I can help my country in light of COVID and make money? Okay. What are the skills that I need? What are the tools that I need?
Okay, so I like what you mentioned because, Trudy, we've been pushing this for like the last month about planting, and everybody's been planting and growing and trying to grow stuff in little backyard gardens. What areas besides agriculture? So what subjects are you guys going to be presenting in this course? Or if you want to speak about the ones that you did before, and because you just said that you added on agriculture. So what were you usually teaching during the summer program?
Right. So in past years, we've had Ministry of Culture come and teach our students how to do cultural dances. This is one area that I felt like I was deprived of when I was in school. Nobody taught me our cultural dance, so we wanted to include that in our week-long camp. We've had career panelists is a big part of our program because we want our Dominican students to see that there's not only 3 professions. Like when we were growing up, we felt like you had to be one of 3 things.
Like that, I don't worry then.
What's the third? The 2 I knew were doctor and lawyer. What's the third one?
Engineer. That's
entertainer.
Entertainer. I didn't see that as an option, but anyway.
I see engineer because I don't see entertainers making money in Dominica.
Really?
For me, it was doctor, lawyer. 2 options.
And if you didn't do those 2, you'd default to police teacher.
Right, there's so many options. So that was really important for us to have radiologists. Like there are people, Grace is a software engineer. There are people who are doing other things and are making really good money and enjoying it and contributing. So that was important to us. So that's a big part of it. We also had Dominican Red Cross come and teach our students CPR because that's life-saving. So we tried to bridge the gap with things that you do not learn in school and try to do that in an intense 1-week camp.
Yeah. So the thing is too, you asked the question, what we be doing in the past that's different this year? We took a lot of things into consideration. So in addition to what Hyat said, we also, of course, did robotics, and we did art. So like they, painted, and we had a full week, right? But this time around, because we're doing it online and we're doing it virtually due to COVID-19, we had to think about what are the most essential things we can get in online that will not get the kids bored? Because we know there's internet fatigue right now, right? Yeah. Everybody's been online since March. So we started to think about how can we make it fun, but still teach innovative skills online in a shorter period. So before we do from 9 to 3, but to this time around this year, we're doing, I think, 9 to 12, 12:45, right? So just a short period. And the difference is we're not doing robotics because robotics involves physical robots, but we're still teaching coding and teaching those skills. We're doing performing arts, which is going to be extremely interesting. We have a Dominican woman who lives in New York and does performing arts in New York, teach the whole program. She's going to teach playwriting and all of that. And the intent of that is to teach Dominican kids how to bring a community together using the arts, right? And then agriculture, as Hyat mentioned. But in addition, we're also doing the career panel discussion, and we're having breakout sessions with the career panelists. And this year, the reason why it's so interesting is because it's online and we can get Dominican professionals from all over the world to participate. So before people are like, oh, I'm not going to be in Dominica that time this summer. And then we have to get people in Dominica to do that. They have to take their lunch break, all the stuff. This year, your living room, you can mentor kids from the living room. So we're going to have the career discussion where they talk about, their careers, their journeys, and then we're going to break them out into sessions where they talk to the kids about problems that the kids want to solve in Dominica and give them feedback on the solutions. And the biggest piece I missed is the business part. You want to talk about the business?
I'm so excited about the business part because imagine one of the problems we came up with was you're at the bus stop and you're waiting for a bus and you don't know when the next bus is going to come. Imagine if we're able to create an app where the bus left Portsmouth at 9:30 and it'll be in Cooley Street at 10:15 and it'll be in Rosedale at 11 o'clock. So have the kids create an app.
TTC.
What you say?
I say it sounds like the TTC to me.
I didn't understand.
I didn't get it either.
TTC, well, we're in Canada, the TTC, wherever the bus is.
Yeah.
Right when the bus is going to come.
Exactly. Yeah. So imagine a Dominican third former creating an app where we can all use it and we can know when the bus is coming. And it's totally doable. If they have the interest in learning programming, which I know some of them do, they can find a problem like, when is my next bus coming, and create something to help solve that problem. And Grace and I are going to use, we're going to do the business class and we're going to teach them how to start a business from beginning to end. What do you need to know to run a successful business in Dominica?
Right. Because something else about businesses we found, because Hyat and I go to Dominica pretty often, right? My parents still live there, so, and cousins and family. So what we found about businesses in Dominica is that, it's great, it's innovative and all of that, but there's a lot of opportunity for efficiencies, right? So our plan is to teach the kids about a workflow, like how do you pre-plan a workflow of a customer interaction and think from end to end on that, and just plant those seeds of innovation and planning and business planning and journeys so that they can, by the time they graduate and in high school, like it's a natural muscle that has already been built, and they can be leaders in the country.
Right.
We have some folks asking.
Yeah, I was about to say we have some questions we should maybe address.
First of all, somebody wants to know what are your specific skill sets? So what are you guys trained in, and your background? So that would be really good. That's actually one of the questions that we had to ask. And that same person is also asking about if there's going to be any personal management of personal financing, I guess financial management for these young people. So if you could, G can go before H. As always.
All right. So personal skills. It's hard to pin it down, but I am a computer engineer by training, although I'm in the financial service industry and I'm a director of cybersecurity. So that's what I do to make money, right? But my personal skill set is project management and organization. I will organize anything and run it to execution. That's pretty much like what I was born to do. Everything else I do, my skills are because I need to make money, and that's what I'm trained in. So I think that's pretty much it.
So I'm a teacher. I teach math and special education here in the U.S. I've taught middle school and high school. And similar to Grace, I think my strength is organization, and definitely teaching financial management is at the top of our list. Financial management, planning, organizing, because I think a lot of times we want our business to do well, but we don't want to do the work, or we don't know how to do the work to run a successful business. Yeah.
And we had another question too. Somebody was asking on our Woman2Woman live stream, where in Dominica are you guys from? So they want to know what's your Dominican
All right, I guess I'll go again. So I was born and raised in the Cooley Street, Montrachet area. My father is from Lapland though, so I spent a lot of time in Lapland too. And then I lived in Roseau because I went to Convent High School and Convent Prep. So I guess everywhere. My roots are in Colby Street, Montrose, and Lapland.
Okay.
My mother is from Petit Soufriere and my father is from Maho, and I grew up in Maho the entire time. Went to convent too, just went back and forth.
Right.
On the bus. So it'd be nice when you when the bus was coming.
That's great. That's fantastic. Trudy, go ahead.
Ladies, so what age group does the program target? Who are your target students?
Yes. So we thought long and hard about this, and we really wanted to target second and third form students because we were thinking that fifth formers, they're on their way out, they're focused on CXE, and first formers are just entering high school and probably might be overwhelmed and not have the time and energy to devote to this camp because it is intensive, and we want it to be something that they can use throughout the year, not just for one week and forget about it. So we expect second and third formers. I like fourth formers. So if a fourth former applied, we wouldn't say no.
Okay.
But if they're busy, we understand. But our target audience is second and third form students.
But we do have, so we get the question a lot where people say, what if my child is going to second form? Yeah, totally. Right? So we're not really, so if you're going to second form or you're going to third form, that's our target audience. However, if your child is in first form, we can also take them, right? Our registration ends on this Wednesday, the 15th. Mm-hmm. So we really want to make sure we get the word out there so folks can register if they're interested.
I like that you say the going to aspect of it, because I find in summer programs on their sign-up sheet, they ask what grade are we in, and we're like, we're not really in a grade. We're going
in between.
In between. So what are you asking? So I had to even when I filled out for my son, I put going to, it's like because he's not in it yet. So I think they need to edit that on all their forms.
Yeah, we probably do too on our forms, but
income in second and third formers.
Yeah, but that's a very good observation that you made, Grace, that people will ask, where are they? Where does my kid fall? Because I'm not sure if they fall in the second form or they fall in the fourth form, because they could be third form going to fourth form with the as well. But it's good to know that it's open to students. You have a nice I guess quality of students. Now, a question for you: how can somebody register? Because you mentioned that a few days and registration is closed, right? So how can somebody register, and is there a cost attached or associated with that program?
Hyat.
So camps are always free. They've always been. In the past, we've had them at a physical location, and we provided transportation and food in addition to lovely prizes. So there's never ever a cost for our camp. Registration is also free. And they can go to our website, innovatemyworld.org, and there's a registration form at the top of the page. They can go to our Facebook page, they can go to our Instagram page. The registration link is there as well.
So that information is innovatemyworld.org, right?
Right.
Okay.
On our test, see? Innovatemyworld.org.
I'm just putting the information so for folks who are just coming on, they're able to get the information.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
And if you're excited about this camp, I encourage you to, if you're excited about this camp, go ahead and don't wait, because we do have a limit. Even if it is online, we do have to manage students. So don't wait if it's something you're very interested in doing.
Right. So somebody
like it's free, and you're getting so many different things. Like there's so many. Another question: how does one determine what classes or what courses they want to do during the camp period? Because I might not necessarily be interested in agriculture. But is it something that I get to choose, or is it
everything?
Everything is taught to everyone.
So everybody is taught business planning and project management. So that's the fundamental for this year. last year, we had different fundamentals, but this year it's business planning, project planning that everybody's taught. And then you get to choose between coding, agriculture, and performing arts. So on the registration form, which is on innovatemyworld.org, you get to choose which one you want, and then we split you up into these groups. And then we have a whole schedule where, you can either go to coding or agriculture or performing arts for the day.
Okay, nice.
It was very important to us to have the business.
Go ahead, Hyat.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it was very important to us to have everybody participate in the business part. Just because you mentioned, Trudy, about financial management, everybody, just in case, you never know, there are a lot of self-employed people in Dominica. There are a lot of small businesses. So if you want to start your own business, you need the fundamentals of how to start a business from beginning to end.
Right. And
they just never know.
Yeah, that's so crucial. I remember trying to start a little cheesecake business. And then I was like, that's not for me. Because people feel, like a lot of people I think feel that it's just natural to just be able to just have a business. And there's so many skills, that are needed to actually execute a business effectively. So I'm happy that you all are bringing that to the students at that age. I mean, that's critical. And a lot of people, actually, 2 people have asked, how can somebody volunteer their skills?
Oh,
2 guys.
That's very exciting, because we need volunteers just to help coordinate, right? So you can email us at info, at innovatemyworld.org. And then we'll get you in. We actually have a meeting tonight with all of our mentors, just to do a dry run with all our mentors tonight. But we need help with everything. We especially need help with coding right now, because we're just trying to work out more things in the technology there. So and agriculture, we need help with everything. So and we definitely want another key skill that we want to build in Dominica, if it's not already there, or we want to bring to front of mind, is the skill of giving back, right? So we will never say no to a volunteer, because we also want to ensure that we continue to help people to know how to give back, and to feel like they have to do better for the country. So definitely email us and we'll take you in.
So you guys, you saw we've put the info in the crawler, so you can always capture that. Someone who wants to know, does a student have to be from Dominica or in Dominica to even participate? So that's a question, because this show reaches across the Caribbean. We have viewers in Montserrat right now. So would want to know, I think someone wants to know, would you be able to participate if you're not Dominican or not in Dominica?
So this is interesting, because we've had people in the U.S. come to us at different universities and talk to us about doing it in the U.S. And, we're debating that. Our board of directors, we're debating whether that's a market we want to go into. For now, we have made the decision that we're going to stay in Dominica. We're going to help build Dominica. And the name of our organization is Innovate My World. So at some point we'll go out to the world. But for now, we just want to sharpen our skills in Dominica and do that. So maybe next year, the year after, you never say no. But for now, we definitely want to reach out to Dominican children. In addition, something we didn't mention is that over our past 2 years, a high number of our participants have been from schools in Roseau. We're really hoping for this year, because you don't have to travel to Roseau, we can reach a lot of schools, a lot of kids that live in the country areas or live everywhere in Dominica. We know that in some cases Wi-Fi is an issue. We will be providing data. If
I was about to ask that, but it was coming, eh?
Yes.
You know it's coming, didn't you?
So if you need data, we will provide that for you. But we just want to make sure that we reach out to as many Dominicans as possible, especially kids that don't necessarily have that ability to log on and get that information.
Right. And I I think something the listener was asking, let me just try to clarify I understand your response about it's for Dominican students, but since it's a virtual program this summer, if the student is Dominican but not in Dominica at this time, for whatever reason, can that person participate? What about that scenario?
So I would say they should email us the information, and then let's discuss as a management team.
Okay, all right.
You gotta take it to management.
Because it's not just Hyat tonight, right? We have a team of people, and we have to make sure we make the right decisions for the organization.
I have a question for you guys. How do you guys, because you've mentioned paying for buses in the past, you've paid, given food, registration is free. Now with the whole pandemic and everything's virtual, people might have connectivity issues. You're offering now to pay for data. How do you guys raise the money? And what exactly, like, how do you make money, or how do you get money in order to sustain this initiative?
Hyat, since you're back, you can take that. I'll just add on. Oh, I think Hyat's having difficulties.
One second. My mic was mute.
Okay.
Go, step back, Hyat, step back. She's talking and I don't think she's hearing us.
Oh, I said I was having connection issues, and then went to an online segment without connection issues.
Okay, so
I was connection issues.
There's a bit of a delay. Did you have a question? How do you guys raise funding for this initiative?
I'll take it. So we have a t-shirt drive, right? We have it right now, where we sell t-shirts, we get money through that. We do massive fundraising. We consistently beg everybody on Facebook to give us money. We also have a major sponsor, DARDA. DARDA is Dominica American Relief Association, and it's an American-based association that was formed after Hurricane David. They are a major sponsor of ours, and we cannot do that without them, because they started after Hurricane Maria. I told you they started funding us, and they've been helping us ever since. We also have major other sponsors that provide us with gifts, US-based organizations that just feel they just like our mission, and they provide us with gifts to give the kids. So we're very excited about the types of gifts that we have been able to give and that we will give the kids. So we have not just participation presents, but we have presents for the children that show the most initiative and the children that are most innovative, and have made most progress during the week. So that's another if for no other reason, that's another reason to come to the camp, right? You learn a skill, you can help build Dominica, and you get a limited present.
Press at the end. Last summer we had Diva cups. The reusable cups was one of our sponsors. Actually, 2 summers we've gotten Diva cups to sponsor Diva cups. The girls can use a sustainable product, because that's right, like creating a space where we use sustainability and educate our children on sustainability. The company was Solar Sporting Goods.
We're having
Solar Sporting Goods. They gave our students solar charged. Oh,
we're having a little difficulty with.
Still having connection issues.
Do us a favor. If you're hearing us, log out and log back on, just so we could get you on clearly. Because we're having a hard time hearing you. It's cutting in and out. So just let us log out and log back on. Okay. In the meantime, we'll ask Grace. So this is a nonprofit organization, obviously, right? Go ahead. I'm Trudy. Trudy, you can go ahead.
I wanted to Angel, you had asked a question on our listeners already about the funding. So that's good. You were in sync already with what they were going to ask. But I wanted to, as we approaching the end of our time, particularly for our listeners on radio who can't see some of the information that's scrolling on our screen, I want you to tell us, Grace, one more time about the registration. When does it close? You mentioned it already, but just, you know, if people are catching us at the tail end of this, when does registration close? And essentially, what can somebody who registers for the program expect from this program this summer?
Sure. So registration closes on Wednesday the 15th, this Wednesday, a day or two from now, right? So please go ahead and register. You can register by either going to our Facebook pages and clicking on the registration link there, or going to our website, innovatemyworld.org, or emailing us at info@innovatemyworld.org, or go to your high school principal. Your high school principal has the registration link, and I can send that to you. You can also message me on Facebook, and I will send you the link. So there are various channels. There's no reason why you can say, oh, I cannot register for this, right? So innovatemyworld.org, the website, there's a registration link at the top. There's the Facebook page, Innovate My World page, your high school principal, or you can email us info@innovatemyworld.org. We will offer this year business planning. We will offer agriculture, coding, and performing arts. And all of these are tools to help your children to learn how to be innovative leaders. And the goal is to ensure that we plant the seed of innovation at this age for second and third formers, so people that are going to second form, going to third form, and plant the seed of innovation, plant the seed of organization in them so that they can be successful leaders in Dominica.
I have just one suggestion.
Yes.
Like it's probably a silly suggestion, but there's nothing like a silly suggestion. I love the initiative, by the way. But one of the suggestions is, especially, I see a lot of people have shown interest in wanting their kids to participate in this if they're not in Dominica. They could be of Dominican parentage. I feel like it's so important for, like, especially like me as a Canadian Dominican, my kids being here with me, you know, and integrating them into the Dominican life and living and camping, the whole experience. I see it as something that is so necessary. And like a lot of us who migrated, our kids, they song American, they act American, they bring them home on vacation and they afraid to take off their slippers, you know, they're afraid of bugs, they're afraid of this. And there's so many, you know, just a suggestion to possibly, if you could incorporate, I think it'll be nice in terms of connecting pen pals, you know, people, especially now that it's virtual, you know, everything's virtual now, you can get pen pals, you can meet new friends, get to know different people. But if you're, that's just my suggestion. I always think like,
Jael, I think it's, can you hear me? I think it's a great suggestion. And this is what I encourage. I live by this and I encourage this from a lot of young women is don't ask for permission. So if you're super interested in this and you hear about it and you want to do it, I say go for it. If they say no, they say no. But hey, you tried, right? I live by that motto. So this is what I would say to any young person. My organization, this is not an organization speaking, this is me speaking. As a general rule, when you live through life, don't be afraid and go for it.
Right.
If it's something you want.
Forgiveness later.
If you want to go for it in everything, not just this.
Yeah, so I hope you guys could probably, you know, consider, you know, incorporating some of the, you know, the diasporan children, you know, because they're not necessarily living, you know, in Dominica. And yes, you probably might need to put a cost to them, you know, just to help out, you know, whatever. Yeah, they're really good. I love the initiative. The fact that it's virtual makes it even better. You're able to reach more people and add more people into integrated into the entire program, right? You get guests all over the world who are Dominicans. Why not incorporate diaspora children?
You know what? So one of the senior members of DARDA years ago, she had the idea of having an initiative to bring all diasporan children together so they can build a connection, because she thought that we had similar cultures in our households, and these kids, they were separated from people with similar cultures. And it never really kicked off because she wanted to do it physically, and it's just hard physically. But this made me an idea. I really like it, JL. Well, let's talk about that.
I could just see like kids linking up with them. Then, and imagine, you meet somebody in second form, third form, like yourself. You're probably in grade 9, grade 10, in the US, in Canada. And then you decide when you're done school, I want to go to Dominica on my own. I want to go spend summer with my friend. I want to go in the river. I want to do. It'll get them more excited to do that, and even like an exchange where those students in Dominica can eventually, say, "Hey, I want to go visit my friend for the summer. Mommy, you get me a visa for me to go see my friend in the US." So I think I love your idea. It's fantastic. I love the fact that you're virtual, and I see great things happening. And I want to encourage all students who fit the criteria to register. It's FREE, Dominica.
For your 5 minutes.
Like free.
Yes, I wanted to say something about our sponsors, Diva Cups and Solar Sporting Goods. Solar Sporting Goods is a company that uses solar power to provide energy, and they provided our students last year with these lanterns that plays music and is charged by the sun, and the students were super excited about it. And so it's just like that they get to use. That's sustainable, that we try to give our students. That's all I wanted to say. I saw that was a question from one of you listeners.
Okay. Jeff, we could maybe take one question. I see Mayma had asked a question earlier that we didn't get to. Well, she asked 2, but we could maybe get one.
She says there are different entry points for coding. How do you segment the campus into different levels? Also, what programs do you use? MIT Scratch, Python, Java, React, etc.
That sounds like a volunteer.
That sounds like a volunteer that knows way too much about coding. All right. So,
and Mema also has kids that would fall within that range. And she says, do you offer children computers, or do they already need to have one to participate?
All right, Mema. All your 3 questions. Let's try to answer them in the next 2 minutes. So we typically provide computers in the physical camp. This year, because we're virtual, we are expecting the children to have computers, but we will provide them with Wi-Fi or data if they don't have it. So far, all the kids who have registered said that they have Wi-Fi. If you don't have it, you live in a rural area, whatever, you can't afford it, whatever, we will take that into consideration and try to help you to get it by next week, right? Or campus next week. Registration ends on the 15th. What type of programming language? So in the past, we've used the programming language that First Robotics uses, and it comes with EV3 coded program. It's block code. This year, we're looking to use code.org's block code. How do we determine the experience level? In the registration form, we ask the children their experience level. Last year and the year before, we had varying experiences, and we grouped them into the same experience. So if you've coded for a year already, all the kids who have coded in a year, we put them in one group, and so on and so forth. We're not using Scratch. We're not using Python. One of the reasons why we're not using these is because the learning curve is more than a week, and our camp is for a week. So the thought is to give the kids the tools to take the initiative and learn more. And the thought is to teach them the basics so that they can be inspired, create something that they're proud of, and then learn later. So my kids and high kids, they've learned Scratch and so on, but it takes like a month, right? We don't have a month. So we're trying to make sure that we can teach block coding where they know the concepts, they know the functions, and then build on that later and be excited enough to learn later on that.
Oh, nice.
But Nema, please email us at info@withmyworld.org. You're an excellent volunteer since you know about Python, Scratch, all this stuff, and we should link up and our kids should be friends.
What's her Facebook? That's what she did. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much, all those of you who connected, right? And asked questions. We had so many questions. My God, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Questions that came in.
And you're even having big ups from your class of 98 Ladies. So thank you guys so much for sharing about this program. I think it's a wonderful opportunity. Anybody who was listening that wants to take advantage of this opportunity, the information is right there, scrolling across the screen right now. The website, everything is there. So make use of the information, right? Guys, thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us, and all the best in your time. Good luck.
Thanks. Take care, guys.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. So for those of you joining us on radio, we just want to remind you that the registration is absolutely free for Innovate My World, and the website is innovatemyworld.org. So www.innovatemyworld.org. It's 1 week. I mean, yes, some people might say, oh, give them summer. They want to enjoy their summer. The brain has always room to expand and to learn. And I feel like every young person in Dominica who falls within that criteria should take advantage of this. Right, Trudy?
Yes, definitely. And if you did not hear that part too, the information was left with the high school principals. So if you want to access the information, you could go to your school, your high school, the principals have that information. Some of them have been sharing, because I've seen it, sharing it on the school's Facebook page. So the information is with the high schools. So guys, great idea for summer.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. End of another show.
End of another show. Another day, another dollar. Another day, another dollar.
And we'll be right back again tomorrow, Woman2Woman, same time, same place.
Thank you very much for the support. Thank you, those of you who came on. If you came on late and you didn't get to hear Trudy when she said share the live, and you're just heading out, make sure you share the live so somebody else can get a little bit of that information. Because what we share here today is what we share every day is important. But just sometimes, there's a lot more importance in the message on any given day. So we want to ensure that every single Dominican knows about the Innovate My World initiative, and they can get an opportunity to take advantage of it. Thanks, guys, for listening to the Woman2Woman show. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Vibes Radio is fostering women-centered discourse and action.